Sorry, I gotta get my test messages out of the way. They seem to not be working. Adjust the filter. That one worked. Oh, it only worked on one side of things, though. So it's showing up for y'all, but it's not showing up for me. That's a problem. Fuck it, Weeball. I guess I'll just have to deal with this shit. Ugh. Oh, my back. Fuck, chat, I'm old. I know, baby, I know. Umbral weapons. Those that leave victory to chance. Oh, right. This is the guy who's talking about how, like, bad these weapons are. Silver weapons are the only good ones. Signed, Speedwell. What a beautiful land, is it not? Not quite the bloodstained sands that rumors speak of. The Crescent seems ill-prepared for our fleet. Hopefully my misgivings will not come to pass. Ellery sends 2 no-names instead of dealing with me personally? The chieftain's preoccupied, given she's responsible for so much of the Crescent. So I'm someone who's no longer sufficient importance to sit at her table. I see through these petty power plays. Listen here, Prince Man. There's not a day where I forget how you messed up my home. I'm no happier to be here than you are. Your home was a nest of scum and vermin. The only reason you can still stand here before me is because of Ellery's charity. Don't pretend you can talk to me from a position of a collaborator. Now, you little... We aren't here to butt heads. We're here to discuss our strategy in the face of the enemy's overwhelming power. Discuss tactics with you and your motley gang. Flail your sticks and tools, that's all you need to do. Leave tactical decision-making to the learned men. I can't believe his smug face made me lose my calm. I'm a man nearing his 50s, not a hot-blooded youth. Do not play his acabaric words do not pay his acerbic words much mind. Despite his flaws, cowardice is not one of them. He shall not break against the enemy. That is no consolement, for I don't know the same can be said of us. How can you show no fear at what you know of House Heron's invasion fleet? Do divine visions give you such confidence? I'm no oracle, Spices. My confidence arises from the chieftain's schemes. When I saw how quickly she took control of Verinde, I knew she was a worthy investment. And it is not luck that allows one to win every single battle at a numerical disadvantage. Trust in Ellery rather than the gods, huh? That's not the most pious attitude. If the gods had as much influence on the Crescent as Ellery did, it might be different. You know what I think of the fake priest? You know what I think, fake priest? Your stupid god doesn't even exist. I should have known you were a witness enough to be one of those atheists. I do not deny the existence of the gods. I merely deny the existence of your god. He, you call him, no name, no following, no real sense of belief. I bet you made him up just so you could feel better about killing people. Absolute nutcase you are. Cease your comments, street rat. Daring to insult the holy name of he, there shall be retribution for this folly. Tell me more about him. Something. Anything. What are his tenets? What are his legends? Could it be that I've heard nothing? How could it be that I've heard nothing about him? A mere urchin would know nothing. The knowledge of he only comes from those blessed with his favor. This smells of horseshit. Caught between a crazed old guard and some ill-tempered killer, the young lady picked off the street. Why am I the only sane one out here of House Heron's squad leaders? No, I don't have to deal with this. Enough is enough. We are to disembark at a place of infamous danger in minutes. And yet you two sit here and squabble like children instead of preparing your men for battle. Act befitting of your positions as leaders, or I will inform the spymaster of the truth, that neither of you are fit for duty. I was placed into the position by Lord Dagon himself, before you've even learned to walk. What makes you think your word will hold any weight against mine? Given your many flaws, Curate, I think the spymaster knows who to believe. You sink so low as to threaten us with the spymaster. Fight your own battles. I fight battles I need to win, Heavybread. For all your bravado, neither of you believe you are safe from her daggers in the night. That's a nice... Do you practice that in the mirror? Now go do your damn job. I outlasted both of your predecessors, and I shall outlast you both. Even the common man knows the influence of the noble houses exceeds the crown. They are the masters of the mainland, an untouchable dragon hoarding zealously. Yet we face this dragon in its finest hour. Dragon exists to forge the legends of dragon slayers. We've lured it out of its lair. We shall slay it on our grounds. And for every legend, how many dead aspirants? You don't have to take Tower's place as the resident doomsayer. It's not an essential role. It's quite cathartic. You should give it a try. Chieftain, they come! Their fleets come over the horizon! Let them approach. It truly seems like they have no clue of our treachery. This shall be the first time the new landboats see a true battle. I can't help but worry. So much time and resources went into this. We all know your skills, Palm. If anything goes wrong, it's the operator's fault. Thanks, Lynn. Though that feels a bit unfair. Chieftain, all the landboats are safely concealed and ready for action. That's my cue to get the crew ready for deployment. You've led us this far, Ellery. You can't fail us now. I guess I've done everything I can for them. Chief, am I something yet? Am I to do something yet? My palms are getting really sweaty. Keep calm. We shall wait some more. The infamous Cerulean Crescent. The sands are not crimson from the blood of innocents. How disappointing. An absurd rumor, but I have not called you out here to admire the sand. You know I've done so much to conceal your complicity in the former squad leader's crimes from the young lady. Now is where I must repay this favor. What task have you prepared for me, oh so powerful queen of the night? The young lady has left for the eastern coast with only a few companions. Yes, against your warnings. She really believes that she can peacefully convince settlements to capitulate. A lot can go wrong on the Crescent, as untamed as it is. Curate, you are to take your most skilled men and kill her. They've started to set up camps, and we are still waiting. Pomelo, keep looking. Do you spy any authoritative figures? Possibly in a hood and with brown hair, thin build and Damn, I'm no good at descriptions. I'm not seeing hair color when it's this dark, even if they have torches. This makes things more difficult. Who are you looking for? One of my old teachers, Spymaster Abolone, second most powerful figure in House Heron. She came from a mere farmer's family and arose off of merit alone, if the rumors are true. We know Lord Dagon is landing near the guild, so this fleet is likely led by her. If we can't locate her, another will do. I think... yeah, it seems like there is someone in charge. Messy mop of brown hair? Looks like a cloak and a single pauldron? Weird thing to go with a cloak. It's been 2 years, but that does sound like her. I see nothing. How did you do that? You're not using a telescope, and it's pitch black. Where are you pointing? Must be the blessed blood creeping in again. She's broken off from the crowd with someone. A black-haired man in vaguely, sharply pressed clothing? Tome 2. They're discussing something. The curate. It has to be. Palm, fire at where Criney is pointing. This ain't the most accurate shot, Chief. I'm half going off of vibes. It's worth a try. When she has your favor, I see. She may still be green, but she has grown too much too quickly. You do not desire House Heron to have a capable and ambitious leader. Save your needless speculation. If the extent of your crimes were revealed, your skin would hang from the castle walls. Lord Dagon's favor or not, you need not force me with threats. I've yet to taste the fear of a noblewoman, much less the headstrong lady herself. Her death shall be delicious. You are to leave on the morrow. No? Something is amiss. Do you see anything? I see nothing but endless night, Spymaster. No, I trust my judgment. Prepare for battle, and send word to the other squad leaders. That's the signal! Glory to Arinde! Blast these invaders into ash and turn them into fertilizer! What in the... Spymaster? Hexbreakers, dye these shores red with blood. We're under attack. Squad leader, what are your orders? This soon? What in Ellis's name is happening? Go find the Spymaster. She is supposed to be giving orders, right? Report, the Spymaster is dead. What are your orders? Dead? Damn. Alright, get ready for battle then. Shall we prepare the blast giants for combat? Yes, do that. On it, sir. I'm a killer, not a leader. Why did the young lady put me in this position? I don't fucking know what I'm doing. We're under attack. Squad leader, what are your orders? I knew House Heron's arrogance would eventually lead to this day. Order the engineers to immediately begin activation of the blast giants. The engineers are still yet to have finished assembling, squad leader. Then tell them to bloody well finish it! This fucking game. Let's once again introduce and spend multiple chapters building up, like, oh, this Spymaster, and then kill them in a cutscene. Generic soldier. Somebody's fucking favorite character. Fucking generic soldier. Book Zerker. Renewal, we know that. Philomath. Fire, +8 defense and resistance. Thunder cannot miss, 35 crit. Wind, full move Kanto. Water, attack speed +20. That's kind of ridiculous. I mean, we're definitely using this guy. Even though he has more strength than magic, I think his magic is probably just gonna be better, right? And we got 2 more. Oh, did I? No. Okay, what the fuck are you? People said ROM hack est when I recruit. This is not a ROM hack est. The fuck are you talking about? Shittiest certain blow ever. 10 hit. And these growths? These are just the swords. These are just the swords. Those are literally the same weapons that the living sword gets. There's nothing special. Alright, we should probably use Auron. He seems like people like him. And honestly, I think Foxberry? Or, oh, Betrayer, though. Betrayer's funny. Auron has Shatter. The Auron special, 16 weight. But, like, you have to move. It's got no fucking hit. Why did you sell the aged wine? Ah, yes, fucking Athos drops near the end of the game by Beloved. That's why I sold it, because it's bad. Just making sure everyone has, like, an inventory I like. Well, you aren't wrong. No RomHack-esque gaming. He's not even RomHack-esque. Y'all need to stop calling him RomHack-esque, because he's not. RomHack-esque is like, whoa, this unit has 100% in all of their growths. This guy's RomHack joke unit. Nothing to do with him anyway. Even the game doesn't want me to use him. His promotion is really good. Chat, I do not trust you, so we will test this with science. The fuck do you mean his promotion is really good? Oh, is he a lock class? The fuck do you mean his promotion is really good? Bro doesn't promote. He's only level 1? Yeah, in this game you can promote people no matter what level they are, though. He genuinely promotes at level 10. No, the fuck he doesn't. The units who promote at level 10, I'll show you. Well, actually, this is not gonna have it, because she's final stage. The units who promote at level 10 have the lock on them. Either chat is spreading misinformation or we've discovered typo number 7000 in this game. I think that's also, like, that's exacerbating my hatred of the story, is like, if you've got so many, like, it's riddled with typos or incorrect words, to the extent where I'm like, why are you wasting my time with this story that you hate? You clearly hate. And you hate anyone who's invested in it, right? And you can't even bother... Ooh, nice balloon. Dude, man has so much res. He hates mages. Look at this shit. Plus 18 res. He actually seriously promotes at 10. Alright, well then we've found typo number 7000 in the game. Which, you know, cool, I guess. I don't know. Ellery has 8 moves. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hello, Divine Reaper King. Also, Divine Reaper King, thank you for the follow. Appreciate you. You have to be above level 10 to use a pay raise. I'm pretty sure we used a pay raise on someone who's like level 7 at one point. The guide will tell us, unless the guide is incorrect. Which, like, is possible. I've made improvements to the ship so that it's even sturdier. Through innovation and a lot of luck, our cannon didn't blow itself up. We can still use the thing once. Everyone, watch out for House Heron's specialist forces. They might require unique approaches to take down. I am pondering the secrets of existence, but you are producing distractions. Do not wish to see life leave the eyes of a dying man, gnaw on his beating heart. Do you not wish to teach the others the very pain of what it means to exist itself? I cannot say such temptations have arisen. What matters is my peace and quiet. We can negotiate, yes. 12 hours for me, 12 hours for you. Good deal? Please hold on to that. Discourteous individuals are producing a clamor nearby our humble abode. Our goals are aligned. I crave the hunt and you crave the peace as an aftermath. Are you responsible for this late-night cacophony? Please cease such behavior. It is preventing me from enjoying the quiet use of my dwelling. We cannot, because we must deal with the enemy force on our doorstep. She refuses. This is as good an excuse as any. Kill her. Pay him no mind. He simply speaks his mind too much. I understand you may have your own troubles, but you must account for the deeds of others. This is my home, and I have the right to quiet premises. Your home? These ruins? It is but a pitiful thing. It is my own. You should realize that as soon as these invaders set up camp here, they're evicting you, or more likely just killing you on sight. That seems like unlawful behavior. How can I trust your word to be true regarding this other party? I'm the chieftain of the Crescent. Of course my words hold true. You are the lawful ruler of these lands. Forgive me for not showing due respect. I don't have much time. If you don't have much time, why is this conversation so fucking long? How about this? You help prevent these people from being unlawful, and I get you an actual house instead of this wreck. Yes, take the deal. We get to do what I enjoy, and you get your house. A small amount of murder is an acceptable price for homeownership. I shall accept your gracious offer. Welcome to the crew. So we made our wine. And that right there is like the perfect sort of microcosm demonstration of how much this game just loves wasting your time. What happened in that conversation? The guy who, I guess we're doing like the joke where it's very funny when someone is bipolar, is mad because there's too much noise, right? And we have to have multiple lines where he's talking to himself about how there's so much noise and he doesn't like the noise, and then he pops up, and instead of joining your army, now he gets mad at Ellery, and then Ellery's like, you're wasting my time, and he's like, I'm gonna be mad at Ellery, and Ellery's like, you're wasting my time, and then Ellery finally says like, I'm actually a ruler, and he's like, oh, I'm so sorry. Well, let's decide whether or not we want to join you or not, and it's just like, get to the fucking point. You know, that whole thing only lasted like, what, 2.5 minutes? But it is just sort of the perfect microcosm. Microcosm. Ugh, I can't speak, I'm so upset. The perfect microcosm of all of the issues this game has in terms of like its story and whatnot. One of few sentient monsters made by Lindros. If both its personalities are any indication, I'd rather not have more. So he has light magic and staffing. Switching between the two forms is a free action. He only dies if both forms die. Forms revived per chapter. So this form has high strength and magic, but no defense. I'm assuming the other form is like the bulky form. He also can't use the monster weapons in this form. He can only use 50 hit and crit. So he has Envision. Let's see how this works. So yeah, as a monster, he can use the monster weapons. Oh, his stats don't actually change, but he gains a new skill. Overwhelm. Oh, he has that skill the Cyclops has had. And 80, okay, his HP changed, right? I think the HP is different. No, he had 80 HP both times. So his stats don't change, it's just what weapons he can use. But also, he only dies if both forms die. And the forms revive per chapter. So I guess this is like Joyful Joe type deal. I mean, this is a lot of damage, right? He can just immediately fucking kill anything! This unit seems very cool. This unit seems very cool. Clean shot is like not getting him up to the point I would like him. Because he's still not, does the crystal, no? Yeah, clean shot, I'm sorry, but Kalugo seems like actually not super great, to be honest. Alright, we'll do this. It's 3 tiles. No, I know that he's not active. I'm doing the math, right? Like, take a look, right? If we attack this guy, right? He'll be left with more than 15 HP. So I'm doing the math to test, because my plan is to have Ellery kill this guy, refresh everyone, and then that would allow Kalugo to get a clean shot here, but he doesn't kill with clean shot. That's 38 out of 41. So, like, it's still, like, it seems, oh, plus 15 damage? That's huge, right? But, like, if it has such a difficult conditional, right? Reducing, you know, isolating enemies, right? Then I feel like the fact he's coming up shy of one-shots, like, here, look, he has clean shot on this guy, and he's 9 points shy of killing him. He doesn't double. That speed stat is very bad. But here's the thing, right? Is like, if he doubled, clean shot wouldn't be necessary. Because he would kill by doubling. I mean, not this guy, but, you know. His speed is constantly doubling. 40% growth, I don't agree with that. No allies within 4 tiles. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh no! Okay, bro. You need to kill this guy. That is a badass looking monster. I just joined. Is that a white on a mogul? Yeah, that's Kalugo, and I wanted to use him because he seems cool, but now he seems lame. So now you have the bravery effect, so you can betray this guy. Heroes have naturally high defense base, but we didn't just test him against hero. He wouldn't clean shot kill anyone. He didn't clean shot kill the Mage Knight, he didn't clean shot kill the Paladin, he didn't clean shot kill the hero, right? Like, it's not... At a certain point, it becomes his problem, not the class. Like, you know, obviously it'd be unfair to be like, oh, you know, I tested him against a general and he didn't kill the general. Like, yeah, I'm sure he didn't kill the general, right? Like... But, like, if it's every single enemy on the map, then, you know, you can say, like, oh, but enemies are bulky. And I would agree, like, these enemies clearly are quite bulky, but then that becomes a problem, because what is his purpose? Get a crit. Okay, Big Bird, you're on the squad. You're on the squad. He's good because Flying Archer is good, and he doesn't really need investment. I mean, as it stands, he's kind of just like forever the chip bot. And like, you know, in games there is a use for forever the chip bot, right? Like I'm a Wolt enjoyer. But unfortunately, like as in a game with a cast this fucking cracked, right? Like, is forever the chip bot where you want to be? I don't think it is. For Chipbot, you have other units like Pomelo. Yeah, I mean, we benched Pomelo, right? I think Pomelo would be much better forever the Chipbot. Are you assembling? Yeah, engineer. So you're assembling the stuffs that they all warned us about. Oh, you've got the super sword. Okay. Well, we need to get you out of range of the super sword. I think you go here for inspiration. Are you dead? Hold on. 27 to your 10, so you take 7. And then 29... No, actually the Betrayer's fine. Because he doesn't get doubled. Yeah, he doesn't get doubled. Yeah, Betrayer's actually all good. All good. So instead, let's go here. Let's have everyone, like, equip their stuff to block out you. Block out you, right? You go here. Yeah. And then you go here. Okay. You made your monster into a gargoyle? Yeah, so my gargoyle, John Fire Emblem, is like a sort of a support unit. He has inspiration and daunt. And then I gave him the wine, so he can be a support unit for my economy as well. He makes wine. Archer John with the super inspiration was very funny. In the other playthrough, the off-camera playthrough, I'm doing Joe Biden. Who I made like a tank. He has the revive skill. He's like the zombie with revive. And I gave him, like, all the tanking abilities. Okay, so the ships are gonna keep making reinforcements. Good to know. All those use of planing, Spymaster, but you could not survive an aerial artillery. We must go forth and slay their remaining commanders. But before that, look here. So the engineers are making their stuffs. Yep. I know very well that twisted metal contraptions of those camps are for. Slay their engineers before they can get their blast giants running. We do not want to be bogged down by those blasted things, I'll say that much. What have you got? You have a billhook and 3 Tethius tears. Mr. I love luck. You're the Mr. I hate mages. Okay, we rapier you, right? Yeah, rapier you. Damn, I lost my 8-day streak. If it makes you feel better, it's because I didn't stream yesterday. So I mentioned this on a previous stream, but my, oh hey, Kaligo's actually getting the one-shot! Maybe he's not so bad after all. Did he just kill that guy so hard that the soul didn't split out? It's not a soul unit this time. What is it indicating then? Or will the game eventually explain it to me? It's to show the elites have 3 booster items. Oh, okay, it's meant to show you that. I mean, that's nice. Probably unnecessary considering the, like, the inventory viewer patch, but to be honest, like, there's so much going on this map, I do really appreciate that. Even if it is, like, you know, unnecessary or whatever. I think that's nice. So we can get the Foxberry kill, but I think we want Foxberry to hook this guy. How much range is hook? It's 5. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So Foxberry can hook from here, right? Because I accidentally put Kaligo in bow range. Holy hell, I remember when your Gecko's speed screwed. Yeah, it's not great. It's not great. But Lin Axe moment. She gets the crit. 1 to 5 Power Staff Rescue is disgusting. I think what's even better about it is it's a self-repair weapon, right? So it'll always, like, it'll always exist, right? We'll crit you. Yo, Big Bird is awesome. No hoarding. Well, I haven't been hoarding rescue. I have kind of been hoarding warp. Mostly just because I haven't needed it, right? Like, it's one of those situations where it's like, is it hoarding if you don't need it? Oh, you're considered mounted. By the way, which ROM hack is this? This is Cerulean Crescent. Unfortunately, Twitch does not allow me to give descriptions to streams. Because it's dumb and bad. But in YouTube, if you go to the YouTube stream very briefly, there is a link to where to download it. Or you can wait like 5 seconds until, well, 5 seconds, 5 minutes more likely. But if you wait until the next enemy phase, I will also, I'll post a link in Twitch chat and pin it. I forgot to do that. Sorry. Cerulean Crescent's player phase is the new Tellia's enemy phase. Y'all, that's too mean. That's too mean. Yes, it lasts a long time, but it's not lasting a long time in a bad way. Like, I think a long player phase is the sign of like, oh, there's so much thinking to be done. Like, this is actually so peak and cool. John will go here. And you heal. Affectionate. Yeah, it's just, you know, the Tellius enemy phase. I know you're complimenting. At least I assumed you were complimenting, and you've confirmed that my assumption was correct. But Tellius enemy phase, it's a compliment that sounds like a fucking insult, you know? Cerulean Crescent has the fortune to weave its own playstyle, y'all. Too much, too much. Alright, enemy phase time. I'm gonna link the description for Twitch viewers. Oh, just kidding, not enemy phase time. Now enemy phase time. I'm gonna link the description for Twitch viewers. Because Twitch doesn't have descriptions. Here. Divine Reaper King, that's for you. Unable to pin? Uh-oh. Twitch, get your shit together. Manually unpinned at the end of stream. Okay. Sorry if this is off topic, but I recently beat Call of the Armor. Noki plus stat growth tome OP. Yo, Call of the Armor's peak. Have you heard of or seen that a follow-up exists? The Legends of KOTOR, I think it's called. It's much different structurally because it's like episodic, where basically there's a bunch of chapters that are all like about the characters from Call of the Armor. Tales of KOTOR, yeah. So you pick what tale you want to play, and once you've beaten all of the tales, then another like secret final tale gets unlocked. Mega Man style. Yeah! And it's interesting because it's like some of them are sort of, you know, it's interesting because some of them are like follow-ups or whatever, right? Where it's like, this is what happened with these characters afterwards. And some of them are like preludes, like what happened before Call of the Armor to sort of put them in the situation they were in. But it's cool. It's a very cool it's a very cool hack, and the structure is so presumably yeah. I think I might have screwed up here. I don't think I can kill enough people for Ellery to be safe. And Dude Woman's all the way down here. What's your rescue range? 6. So you go here, use a staff. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Because you have 6 move, right? Yeah. So you go here, use a staff. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We gotta use a ley line, but we can do it. We can get there. Fuck. Sorry, I kind of neglected to chat for a second. Did you ever get a water tome? Yeah, the armor has a personal weapon that's a water tome. No, that's ice. I don't know if I've gotten any water tomes, but I know they exist because Bird says they exist, right? You can't even reach anyone. You could cannon someone. Okay. Invigorate the ship. Ship. Cannons you. You ley line.
Rescue Ellery to here. Oh my god, you had to rescue her right instead of down. Alright, we'll put you here so you can inspo them. I think we still die, but you know, we've put in as much of an honest effort as we can. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So Foxberry, Chain Hook, Yvette. Up, left, right, down, priority moment. Yeah. Not really anything I could do about it, unfortunately. Alright, we'll telescope you. Here. Oh, we got a Wisp glitch. We got a Wisp glitch. Wisp seems so mechanically complicated that, like, I'm honestly surprised we don't run into these issues more, right? That's not Wisp specific. Is it a ballista glitch? Too many different map sprites. Oh! You know, I think I've encountered that before, actually. In, like, other hacks. I just assumed, like, whatever the fuck is going on with Wisp, right? It has to be stretching the Sacred Stones to its limit. That's why, like, whenever there's weird mechanical hiccups, I've mentioned a few times, like, ley lines have just disappeared in my off-camera playthrough. It's, like, definitely annoying in the moment, but it is really hard to hold that against this, since this thing is, like, clearly Sacred Stones is begging for its life, like, what are you doing to me? Oh, we live! We live! No, don't. No, she's fine, right? No one else can reach. There's the balloons and elites. Yeah, there's so much. Like, that's what I'm talking about with, like, Sacred Stones begging for its life. The fact that all of this is even possible, regardless of the fact that it's a little bit buggy, is so impressive. Oh, fortify moment. A Rinde landboat stealing my EXP. I'm not worried about EXP theft. I think my guys will be fine. You're Mr. Crit. You're Mr. Crit. Oh yeah, I see Ballista right here off of the ley line. Yeah, I see what you're talking about with, like, it's not just wisping. Okay, we want to kill this Ballista. So we'll do this. Hey, Napats, how are you? Going to head off. Thanks for hanging out, Divine Reaper King. Glad to have you here. Bro thinks he can be Rohesia. SMH in my head. Cancel this man. He wants to be Rohesia. Yvette be like, I get so many actions now. She spends 2 turns doing nothing, so she has to make up for it. Alright, we bill hook the spell. No! No! It's so sad. Alright, ship Ballista this engineer. Yvette's only the 2nd best ballistician in the game. Who do you think is better? Who's your pick for the best ballistician then? Alright, let's dice Dan. Betrayer gets brave attack. Oh, you know? That is a good point. That is a good point. So 20. Do you double? You probably double, don't you? 14 speed. No, you're like fast. Yeah, she can load these guys. Okay. Okay, we'll snooper snipe you. Okay, just Thor on you. Brutal Talon you. Heal you. And then, can we freeze someone? I don't think we can. I don't think we... Yeah, we don't reach anyone. That's okay. Now there's y'all. You're, like, a problem. You go this way. You... You go here. Oh, right, Wisp exists. Forgot about you, girly pop. Alright, so 19 strength plus 10 might, so that's 29. 21. Do you double this guy? AS of 16. Yes. Okay, so we... Spirits... Oh, it's a short bow! But she dodges like a champ! Okay. Nerisa's already broken. Free S ranks, my beloved. Nerissa had an actual magic stat, she would be broken. I agree with Human that S ranks and Power Staff, like, I mean, what are we talking about in terms of broken though, right? Because, like, I would say 70% of the cast is broken in some flavor or another. This game just loves giving you broken tools, right? Wisp, my goat. Yeah, like, Wisp is broken with the whole ride into a Wisp thing. Everyone being broken is a fun form of balance. Yeah, I also think, like, balance is sometimes, like... The importance of balance is sometimes, like, a little over-exaggerated by Fire Emblem fans, right? But everyone being broken is its own form of balance. That is true. Get the auto crit here. Do you move? She do move. Potentially problematic. I guess we'll see. Okay, we'll pitchfork you. Does his thing stop him from getting crit? Blocks crits, yeah, okay. But does it block a ship Chukonu? The answer is no. Hey, babe. How you doing? We need to focus on this side, because there's still 2 engineers to kill over there. So, I think Foxberry... Chainhook... Sorbet... Alright, I think we freeze the healthy one. All the holdable boosters give immunity. What do you mean by want to play the game? Like that's a link to where you can download this particular ROM. Or hack. So, like, if you want to play by yourself. She means the stream. What do you mean the stream title? I would oh, right, yeah, because last stream was 2.5 hours of cutscenes of the worst story I've ever read in my fucking life. So I want this to not be that this time. And so far it hasn't been, although it has shown sort of the microcosm of my frustrations with this story. And I pointed out in the recruitment that lasted like 2.5 minutes when it could have been done in like 3 lines, right? And the Rosetta chapter. That's a playable cutscene though. Like, I'll maintain that that was a playable cutscene. They gave us a bunch of overpowered characters we'd never met before and told us to go wild, killing the weakest enemies you've ever seen. It's, you know, the Nephany Braum chapter in Radiant Dawn. Sometimes chapters are playable cutscenes, and I think that was one of them. It's a problem Part 2 in Radiant Dawn has as well, where it's like, well, you didn't train these units, and there's like one solution to the problems you're facing, but we can technically say it's gameplay, and it's like, well, you can say that. I would not say that. You know? Especially because in the case of the Rahesia chapter, like, not only was it a complete diversion from the story, but it was also just, like, super, super weak units versus guys who have, like, what if you auto-crit, you know? What if you have Vantage Plus and Frenzy, and you just kill everything that comes at you? The problem is the story just wants to subvert everything, like all the powerful characters that die in an anticlimactic way. To me, it's not even just that their deaths are anticlimactic. It's the fact that it wastes so much time, like, trying to build up the idea of these characters being a big deal, TM. And then it just says, lol, JK, what if, as a joke, a skeleton riding an eyeball killed him? And, like, do you like Lindros as a character? Are you invested in Lindros, like, finally confronting his master and getting sort of the emotional payoff and climax to his arc? Well, fuck you then. It's on the same lines as how every single cutscene has Ellery, like, interrupting to say, damn, this is boring, get to the point. It's like, if you do not care about this world that you're building and wasting my time with incredibly long cutscenes, why should I?
the soldier kills one of the 3 pirates. I thought that worked because it was like the very first time it happened. And they actually sort of laid the groundwork for it with the idea of like, well, nobody actually knows this guy's power, but we all just assume he's powerful because it's safer to do that than to assume he's unpowerful. I'm like, okay, you know, you set the groundwork for it. That's kind of a funny subversion. And then they did it again, and then they did it again, and then they did it again. And like, they just did it again this chapter too, with like, we've got this Spy Master who we've introduced you to all the villains and they're all afraid of the Spy Master. But what if the Spy Master just died from a cannon? Wouldn't that be funny? If the joke was funny the 7th time, it's definitely gonna be even funnier the 8th time. Alright, now let's find out if all this was for naught because I died to the crit boss. But yeah, the whole, you know, subverting expectations thing sort of puts... this is probably the meanest thing I've ever said about a story, but like... so much of this game's, like, plot reminds me of my problems with the MCU. I was talking to my wife about this with, I guess major story spoilers, right? There's the scene where Ellery is, like, doing a parlay with her father, but the parlay is actually a trap to kill him, right? And from a story perspective, this is the darkest thing Ellery's ever done. And it's not just, like, obviously it's fucked up because it's a war crime and, like, we in real life don't like it, but also, Cerulean Crescent has gone out of the way to talk about and show that, like, this is also disapproved of on the Crescent, right? Oh, he gets double dodge, Big Bird! Big Bird's the goal! The 7th Division Captain Evande? That was my rank. You heard of me, House Heron Dog? Both my brothers served in your division. They say you saved their lives. You have my gratitude. I saved a lot of soldiers. What are you getting to? But I must slay you, as is my duty. I shall make it a quick execution. If you're fighting anyways, why did you waste my time? I'm not gonna have extra sympathy when I crush you. The auto crit, but it's only 15 damage. Even if she doubles, it's fine. 1 RN moment. I can't even be mad about Evande missing a 94 because Big Bird dodged death, right? But yeah, so like the scene where she's parlaying, right? The scene where she's parlaying, it's supposed to be her darkest moment. There's even the scene beforehand where the villains use parlay to trap, to try and kill the Merchant King guy, right? And that's meant to demonstrate that, like, and sort of parallel the idea that when Ellery does it, like, she's sunk to a new low. Not only that, but it's her father. And so, like, it ties into her trauma with him disappearing and, like, abandoning the family and whatnot, right? And how much of her trauma is tied in with dad stuff, right? So it should, in theory, be, like, a huge story moment for her. Why are we then cutting back and forth between this scene and a scene where, like, Lindros and Pomelo and Oriana and Tower are cracking jokes?
where it's like,
No, I made my calculations perfectly. If it messes up, it's your fault.
I made my calculations perfectly. If it messes up, it's actually your fault, not my fault. Yeah, is that the hand signal? I saw her move her hands. Is that the hand signal? Yeah, better safe than sorry. Wait, no, don't do it. Don't do it. Wait, no, yeah. It's like, come the fuck on. It really is.
Well, that just happened.
But like personified, right? It's the idea of we can't have any sort of heavy or touching or deep or tragic moment without then having Spider-Man pop up and be like, boy, we're tangled in a web! That's crazy! Tonal whiplash is hard to do. I don't even know if that's like, if it's like intentionally going for tonal whiplash. It might be. There is like a lot of tonal whiplash that happens very early on. But that feels like the most extreme version of it, and it really does just feel MCU. Which like... yeah, just like, yeah. Okay, the auto crit here would kill Gecko. Oh, right, she can't get crit because she has the anti-crit thing. So, like, your superpower is worthless. Alright, we have the bill hook. Oh, that hit rate, though. Chukonu? A tree is usually easier to fell than a human. Please be still. That was 20. That's not nothing. Although, oh, I might have just gotten you fucking... Okay, Bolganon to kill you. A human? It's an airship? That's not a human, that's a boat. Countless years of thankless service, all for an ignoble death on distant shores. I should have stayed a poor woodcutter. The humble woodcutter. Okay, we got our Adam Sandler Uncut Gems. But now we have this problem. So the Ballista's gonna deal effective damage to the Seahawk, which is bad. Neither of you double it, but if I have Gecko shove, then Gecko is like super dead. Oh, wait, okay. Shove. Rescue. Then I think John is fine. 9 defense, so that's 21. He doesn't get doubled. I think John is fine. Silver Axe you? Yeah, Silver Axe you. Gecko is strong for shoving an entire fucking airship. No wonder her speed is so low. She's spending all of that muscle energy shoving airships. Oh, fuck. I fucked up. I meant to... It's whatever. Alright, Ellery, we're gonna have to wave with you. You go here. You got this. You got this, Foxberry. The goat! Alright. So y'all start schmoving. Wave is so fucking stupid. I mean, it's B rank, so like... There's at least, you know, that restriction or whatever, right? Okay, they're going for the Seahawk. Well... You go for John F.E., but John F.E.'s fine. He doesn't get doubled. We checked the numbers. It's also not a lot of healing. Yeah, isn't it, like, less than a heal staff? I think it's a useful tool. I appreciate it as, like, a step before Fortify, right? Okay, we Chuko no you. Fireball? Magic +5 is very low for most of the units that would be using it. Yeah. Unless it's like Tower or Chalice. But, like, don't Tower and Chalice kind of have better things to do? $29. I think I have a hasten. So we go here. You quad to kill, so we don't have to deal with frenzy bullshit.
Your ruptured flesh shall soothe the sleep of he. Cause like Vantage plus Frenzy will be a very scary combination. I should not die, for I serve he. Save me, save me, save me. Scariest boss on the map by a mile. The other option is, of course, using tools like Super Snipe, right? Where you just don't get countered. Just don't get countered. I think we can just shove him to his destination, right? One, two, three. Yeah, we just need 3 shoves. And I think that's the final boss, right? There's no one else, nothing else to do. There's a house here. Is visiting that house like a side objective, or... Or is it just flavor? Oh, the hit rate, though.
I don't remember, so it's probably nothing relevant. The hit rate's not great. I'll be so for real. I should have used, not Invigorate, if we had the accuracy boosting one. Just trust. What an Ellis's good and holy name am I fucking looking at? My appearance is not cause for alarm, I assure you. Your bones look like they'll fit right between my teeth. Yeah, ready to fight the crest in my left buttock. You'd think we would have been told about things like this. There we go! I should have known this wasn't destined for a cushy life. Looks like your hopes for me was wasted, young lady. We won! Not only won, but we crushed them. To witness the humbling of the great House Heron. What a day this is. See that pawn? That was all you. You couldn't have come all this way without your support, Lyn. The land boat's in action. My eyes were welling up with tears. Hey, I'm feeling a bit left out. I'd like to think I helped a little. With your leadership, of course they didn't stand a chance. I had no genuine idea if we'd prevail. So many things could have gone wrong. Too many to list, but it all went perfectly. That's not how you pitched this plan. The impression you gave us was that it was a perfect outcome was definite. I thought you had a lot of experience doing the same. Besides, you're smart enough to see through my bluster. Is she calling me dumb? House Heron didn't seem all that tough. We could probably beat them in a straight fight. You've never been to the mainland. A force like this is practically one of the strongest, rivaling the King's Knights. Yet they stood no chance against us. Us. I always thought the Crescent was some back county wasteland, and yet... Wow, does that mean we could take on the mainland easily? That's the idea. Take on the mainland? Is peace for the Crescent not a far enough goal? If it all continues to go according to plan, that's an inevitability. You, me, we all deserve better than being relegated to these remote shores. Stick with me and we can carve out a future beyond these exiled lands. You don't need to ask me twice, Chief. My path is bound to yours as it is. I trust you will not let me down. Aye. I'm counting my chickens before they hatch, of course. Take a short rest. The ship is not stopping until we reach our next battle. These mud-dwelling peons have dared to line up some kind of resistance. A poor, futile attempt. Speedwell, let us show them all the full force of our house. My lord have not received the spymaster's messenger birds. It is 3 hours from the time of planned correspondence. Probably got eaten by a Seahawk or something. Fickle things her pets are. My lord, the Seahawk does not eat its fellow bird. Ah, you're a bloody bird expert now? The different environment of the Crescent probably did something to its flight pattern. What's the alternative? That the fleet has been wiped out by some invisible army? Do not exist in extreme, but the Spymaster is a punctual beast. You've grown fearful in your old age, Speedwell. Prepare for a full advance. I shall personally leave from the fortress. As you wish, my lord. Oh, it's froze-did. It's froze-did. That's not good. Fire Emblem. Fire Emblem. That's really not good. Fire Emblem. Hello. No. Okay, we're good. Hey, baby. Was that you? Was that you jumping on the desk? Did you do something? I need to get you out of here. You're too high energy right now. I know, baby. I know. Door's open. Alright, I'm back. Sorry about that. My cat. And then I had to check on my wife. Wanted to make sure she was doing okay. Was that an OBS moment? No, you saw same as me. You saw same as me. If the skill of generals are equal, the side with the most flyers should achieve victory. If the flyers are equal, the side with the most cavalry shall achieve victory. Of victory and defeat, this book doesn't discuss the merits of heavy infantry that must, Irvande's ambitions. The foolish general trusts the heavy armor. The wise general raises a herd of Pegasi. Of victory and defeat. Antiquated trash, Irvande's annotations. We've got the fucking mobility versus armors argument. This Lord Heron was yet to be born when I made my name. He dares to challenge me? Lads, this isn't a fight we're winning. We just have to buy time for the chief. Herald, see to these pathetic peons that they know of my arrival and their imminent demise. Mince has better mobility. That's true. Fucking Swarp Mince moments, right? I'd hardly expect some noblewoman to climb so high in Irinde of all places. So known for their martial culture. I've only seen Ellery in passing, but she struck me as a demure figure. Not someone who would only survive, but thrive in the Crescent. She always hid her determination, bitterness, and seething rage, while within House Heron's cruel walls. The Ellery I knew could always make up for what she lacked in talent and support raw effort. How did the family's black sheep get to know the lady of the house so well? You ought to have hated each other, given the sins of the parents. We both wanted to be more than what we were born to be. Her more than a bastard, me more than a pawn for marriage. It's not so long ago that father thought nothing of me. I could not have achieved my position without Ellery's schemes, and Ellery could not have safely left the house without my help. Fascinating. I did not know of her involvement in your rise to power. Why have I hardly heard of her in my time at House Heron? She entered the princess's court and was enthralled by her reckless ambitions. She wished to restore the imperial power over the country's commerce, redistribute the land held by the nobility, and restructure the imperial bureaucracy. Could she not see she would make enemies of half the country's leaders, or was she delusional enough that she thought she could prevail? I tried warning Ellery of this, but she would hear none of it. Cut away from the greedy hands of the houses, return the land ownership to the people, and remove the leeches in the imperial court. Even if it was an uphill battle. Is it not a worthy goal? Rosetta didn't see any of that. But Chief, she's the heir to one of those noble houses. Doesn't that automatically make her your enemy? We had come so far together, Crynium. I truly believed our friendship was worth more than that. This would cost me dearly. She told you this knowing you aim to become the heir of House Heron. Little too trusting for someone who's allegedly a skilled conveyor.
She trusted me still, despite our difference in position. I knew the princess's coup was destined to fail. I'd use this information to bargain with the new king, to see Ellery's life be spared. This is also when your position within House Heron was reinforced, was it not? You must have gotten good value out of this betrayal, young lady. You don't mince your words, instructor. Their downfall was inevitable nonetheless. While it was to help Ellery, I did take advantage of this, as shameful as it was. It's not dissimilar to how politics tend to work on the Crescent. I approve. She had the audacity to pretend as if it was for my life to be spared, as if she was extending to me a mercy, as if I would not be executed anyway, as if she had not betrayed me and torched all my hopes. Mother always said family was to support each other. Is this somehow not the way on the mainland? Within the great noble houses, certainly, but Rosetta was different. She should have been different. She should have understood. She would have had a place in the princess's regime, freed from the chains of her house. But that isn't what she chose, and we paid the price, because of my foolishness. No way, betrayal, just like the warrior guy. But I'm optimistic that we can make amends. We were as close as sisters. She can surely understand why I made such a decision. This picture you painted of Ellery does not seem like one who forgives and forgets. I'll pawn my sword if she wishes you well. Instructor, you don't know her like I did. We had known but each other for years. We may not have seen her in exile, but my job is to turn you into the best swordswoman the world has seen, not to prevent foolish decisions. I was overjoyed to hear that Rosetta, too, had accompanied the fleet, truly. I cherish this opportunity to deliver to her the same humiliation she did to me. You really enjoying the bloody herons? You betray the interests of the Crescent? As opposed to those in power? Perhaps. It benefits them to ensure the Crescent is a fully functional region, while the Guild actively encourages and profits off the Crescent's disunity. You promised to join the Guild to make change, to end their exploitation. Change is a gradual process. You can't expect me to bring it about so quickly. There's no need to appease me with falsehoods, Bloodbane. You've shared their profits, taken up their interests, become no different to them. What makes you think House Heron will help you achieve your goals? They're blood-sucking nobles. They could be, but better a chance for change than your selfish compliance. This is all wishful thinking. Seize this madness, Jubei. Bloodbane the adventurer is long dead. You were just too blind to see it. Jubei, wait! Where did it all go wrong? Are you really siding with the guild, Captain? It's the way the wind blows, lads. The Hammerheads have always been neutral. I feel no better about dealing with this avaricious order, but this is for our survival. We don't side with them, but they're House Heron masters. They're just some nobles. How bad can they be? Pretty dang bad. And I won't take kindly to the law of adventurers in the Crescent. And all of us put together will not be a match. You have to trust me on this. We trust you, it still doesn't feel good. But what happens after? If House Heron is here to stay, what do? I'm afraid I don't got an answer. One step at a time, lads. Once again, I'm relegated to the dredges of the army, while my sister goes crusading with father's blessing. Look after the horses, filthy, disgusting things. A job fit for a base-born mongrel. I hope that I can, by some miracle, some suicidal fools might challenge me here so that I can prove my worth.
Here we are, the floodplains of Yalnazar, the backbone of Yalnazar's growth. Look at all these rice fields. It's in good condition, considering they just got invaded months ago. The Iron Prince had the guild trapped behind their walls. No doubt he wished to claim it for himself after his victory. Now, it's here to benefit the Herons. There's so much. It could feed us for months if we plunder it. One who stays near ink is stained black. Ellery's a bad influence on you. What have I been pillaging and looting? Please explain the plan, then. An exception, not the rule. We're going to loot and pillage as much as we can before House Heron's main army returns. That's not hitting the guild itself, that's just the people who work for the guild. Their livelihoods depend on here. The line blurs in cases such as this. We have to deny them as many resources as we can, given our disadvantageous position. I know this, but I'm not sure Oriana would have agreed to find victory in such a way. Mother's too caught up in fancy ideas. She knows nothing of war. We're not fighting the Green Tide, Pomelo. We can't offer any quarter. I understand your concerns, Pom, but mercy to our foes is a harm to ourselves. But they're not our foes, not really. Give it up, Pom. You can't win this one. Besides, we're not the common pirate. Exactly. We'll take care to avoid civilian casualties. But if push comes to shove, you can only hope for the best. I can't say I like this much better. Don't stress about this, Pom. As long as we win this war quickly. So many of life's problems can be solved by having an airship. Let me explain the plan quickly. We can make future battles easier by taking down some of their mounts or poison their water source through the crate. Yes, it was planted here in advance. Destroy what you can, but we do not have the luxury of time to destroy everything. Flee the scene using any road away from here. I'll make sure you all get picked up. Destroy houses and graves for gold, granaries for stat boosters, farm per 1 max HB army-wide, armories, vendors, and temples and villages for items. Horse, poison, and Pegasus will make a future chapter easier. Pegasus Asume. Chat, are we Foxberry pilled or Betrayer pilled? That's the question. Or honestly, is Caligo benched? I think Caligo is benched. Destroy everything. I believe in you. Property damage Fire Emblem chapter. My comically inept cousin. If Rosetta's arrival had been anyone else, she'd stand no chance in succession. He's got another Badu. This is the war crime chapter, that is true. All right, chat. Chat, you get to vote time. It's time for voting. Wait, how do I make a vote? Okay, apparently I cannot make a vote on Twitch, so we're doing this vote on YouTube. Who we use? Kalugo, Betrayer. Yay for democracy. We love democracy. We love democracy in this house. How do I... Here. Twitch chat, you get Fortnite Leaf as your reward for not being able to democratize. And also Garfield.
Garfield, where's your lasagna? What if the betrayer betrays us? It looks like chat wants me to use Kaluka, who sucks ass. Oh, you know what? Brave Bow's actually probably pretty good on him, right? Because you'll get the 15 twice. I chose him because there's flyers on this map. They're both bow units. They're both bow units. It's because he's a flyer. Ah, the flyer emblem. The legendary flyer emblem. Dustaba. Wait, why is there a purple dog here?
Town dog.
Betrayer's a flyer if you wait 776 turns on his join map. You game over if you wait 776 turns on his join map. We get some wine. Nice try, liberals. You kicked the dog. Why? Why did I kick the dog? Literally kicking the dog. I don't understand. What was the point of that? Okay, dog is dead. You're welcome, gamers. Is that a skeleton riding a Biggle? It is, it is. That's who chat voted for instead of the betrayer. Killing dogs, that's Dane army behavior. You're not incorrect. Okay, we got an aura. Okay, Hail Strike you. And we'll divine you. Betrayer sounds kind of suspicious. Nah, he's perfectly fine. Smiley face. I don't know why y'all aren't trusting. Y'all just aren't trusting enough. Okay, we will Chuko no you. Okay, we kill you. If someone has a word like doom or sinister in their name, it means they're evil. I read comic books. That's funny. Okay, we'll just Silver Lance you, I guess. The John from Fire Emblem. The Doomslayer. Evil Doomslayer be like... What are his other book abilities? I know he gets crit from thunder. He gets bulk from fire. And Canto from wind. Okay. Full move Canto. So if I'm understanding correctly, he gets his full move. Yeah, okay. So we go like here. Alright, supply. Alright, we should be good like this. That's a lot of damage. 30's a lot of damage. Have you considered 30 times 3, though? Good luck with this chapter if you're planning on getting a perfect score. Why, thank you. There's a lot to do, I know. That's also a lot of damage. Well, that's a lot of damage! That's also a lot of damage. Sorbet's getting beat the fuck up. In this chapter was old Zio's time to shine. He does have the percentual 0 defenses. Yeah. He
He does indeed. He does indeed. Oh, hang on. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Okay, I just wanted to make sure. Alright, 8 turns is so little, y'all. Okay. He needs fucking good shot in order to one-shot a fucking flyer? Oh, this is sad. This is pathetic behavior. Okay. No, the surface level cool unit is uninspired. He's very bad. He's easily the worst unit in my army. I almost certainly should have just deleted him for the betrayer. Speaking of deleting people. Let's fucking delete this spam bot. Evil and intimidating Twitch bot. Yeah, I wish Twitch's anti-spam was like actually functional at all whatsoever. That would be very cool if that happened. So we get our gold. Go there. Kill you with the heavy ballista. Kill you with the gold bow. Alright, Wisp can kill this guy. Get some gold. Okay, so we will Iron Blade you. You go here and ship Ballista to kill... Okay, ship Ballista to do that. Pitchfork you. Give, take, give, take. Remedy you. Remedy you. And now we have a four-way dance. So now Ellery goes here. She jabs so much damage because of the librarian. Kill this person. Four-way y'all. Heal up you with Sorbet. Bill hook you. Think we Iron Blade the Poison Crate. You dropped a lot of poison into a local water source. Fantastic work. Alright, we'll visit you. And then I guess we have Nerissa fight you. Okay. Lacerate you with Sorbet. An FE gamer hack is not one unless there's at least one war crime done by a protagonist. You just gotta go oops all war crimes. Sometimes you just gotta go oops all war crimes. Sorbet's a funny name for a monster. Yeah, he's the designated what if the joke was that bipolar people exist and that's funny character. So I don't love him as a character. But he is at the very least a really cool and interesting unit. Oh no, yeah. It is an oh no moment. It's, the joke is that he is literally two souls merged into one body. I don't find it funny. I don't find it funny. I guess you could say then that it's, what if it was funny that DID people existed then? Like, it's still ableist, we're just pointing to a different disability and deciding that's the funny one. Not exactly making a good, defense, you know? What war crime did Lord of the Seas commit? Technically she did a genocide, but it was supposed to be like a mercy killing, I guess? The dragon genocide? Stealing the mounts is a war crime. Is it? I am, not super familiar with war crimes. So I'll take your word for it. We ley line to heal from all that. Crit, please? Yes! Is the Umbral Edge a plus 100 crit weapon? No, just 66, but I believe Swordmasters have an innate crit boost. So you take 22. We get ourselves a stew. How do we want to do this? So obviously we can ship Ballista U. think you go here. You... Iron Blade here. You ship Ballista that. We Finnegan. You. Refresh them. A-rank weapons in general are broken. There's Dasaba and its variants. Dashuda. Daluda. Hit you. I think we have you Remedy, John Fire Emblem. And then Remedy Librarian. Seahawk you. Happy Leftovers Eve Day to those who celebrate. Yeah, I mean... I hope that the people who, you know, celebrate this holiday have a good one. I do. It's also, you know, important to remember that this is a day of mourning for indigenous peoples in many ways. Which is why I haven't really, like, drawn attention to it, because I don't want to, like, you know, act like it's a celebration. I know that, like, for, you know, for a lot of people, the idea of, like, you know, well, it's, you know, we're being thankful, right? And, like, it is, you know, there is, you know, something to that. Duh, Smasha. I think we put you here with the Iron Blade and hope that we dodge. Okay, Sorbet kill this person. Rip John? Dude, John's fine. He gets hit by Dismasha, but that's it. He's not an axe wielder. Oh, wait. Oh. Yeah, no, you're right. I'm an idiot. He'll just dodge. Smiley face. I thought it was like Umbral. I got it confused with Umbral. Well, if he doesn't hashtag just dodge, you know, then we'll, you know, we'll, like, we'll be gamers. We'll turn wheel, right? We'll turn wheel. Duh weapons are an issue to remember what they do. Yeah. I saw it flashing on Igo, and I thought it was because Igo can equip axes, but it's because Igo's mounted, right? So, like, that's where my issue was. We're gonna have to redo like 20 minutes of gameplay because that's how long player phase turns take. I love Wisp, but her personal, the animation is so slow. Duh weapons are like Wildflower from Burger King. It's just like Rapier and Flyer effectiveness, right? You're vile enough to attack these innocent villagers? I will deliver the frontier justice. Wait! Oh my god, okay. That could have been bad. Alright, so we know Ellery can do this. So what we want to do is you kill this guy from here. You kill this person. Fanian. Remedy. Remedy. Seahawk flag. Harpoon you. And then you go here. Okay. That's that portion taken care of. Now we have y'all. Heavy Ballista. Heal. Frying Pan. Visit. Go south. Unleash. Ley line. For a heal. Murder. What class is Gecko? Gecko is a Dread Fighter. Although I see that someone already answered that. Thank you, Alejandro! Okay, 31 AS. '23 attack. Okay, 23 minus 13 is 10 times 2. 23 minus... this is 3 times 2. Honestly, I think you can afford to just go here with a Thunder Tome. Or maybe Thoron. And, like, crit kill people, right? Okay. Next up. It's 4 range or 5 range? 5 range, okay. Chain of Caligo. Caligo finally does something useful, killing a general with magic. It's a task that could not have been replicated by anyone. Alright, now I think we're Gucci. As long as Aigo dodges, which he should, he's got weapon triangle, he's in the forest, like he's gamer mode. He's Godo pilled. He's the only one who can do it while flying. Please ignore that I had a Mogul in my first run. Just wait until Marlin gets a Pegasus. Or Marlin? No, that's the Vision Quest guy. Marrow? Marlow? Gotos are a fake archetype. I'm working on the Godo video right now. I've got some good stuff. I have graphics for the Gotometer, which is the meter for measuring one's Godo-ness. I've recorded all the way up until FE5, and I'm partway through FE5. I don't think the Godo video is gonna be as long as the Navarre video, but honestly, the Navarre video being 5.5 hours is kind of a shitpost. So, like, I don't necessarily want the Godo video to be 1,000,000 hours long, because I take it seriously, right? Like, I mean, it is fucking, it's Fire Emblem, right? Like, it's a Nintendo Game Boy Advance game or whatever. But I am treating it with an amount of seriousness. Marlowe is the Mage Knight. Thank you, thank you. Big Bird not getting these Berserker crits. It's so sad. You hate to see it. Sorry, Bookzerker crits. Hello, tons of scary reinforcements. Holy crap. Okay, we harpoon you. Imagine being a Berserker that doesn't crit. Please ignore the engaged Berserkers not having a crit boost. Do you drop anything? You don't. Okay. I just wanted a way out for us. Alright. Javelin, refresh John Fire Emblem. Maniac mode Largo. So this is like, my biggest pet peeve is people who use Maniac mode when they actually mean just the Japanese version. Largo not having a crit boost isn't a Maniac mode change, it's because the Japanese version of FE9 doesn't have crit boosts on Berserkers. Oh, you're not considered, even though you have a magical sword. No, because it's class-based. So, like, that's my pet peeve that I felt the need to share. Okay, we Crocodile Yo you. Heavy Ballista kill you. Because if you're an axe armor, Rapier should kill you. But it's, because people will talk about it with, like, the crit glitch, right? The crit forge glitch, where you can forge a 255 crit weapon by underflowing, right? And they'll say that's a Maniac mode change, so mages are actually good on Maniac mode, and it's like, no, mages are, you know, glitched to be better in the Japanese version. Fancy Stabber.
me go here. Stay tuned for more ultimately pedantic differences that don't actually matter, but annoy me on a bizarrely personal level. Okay, we Thunderbolt you. You do Kanto up. And you will be able to go here. And Gold Bow this guy. Finally, Super Snipe is working. Or not Super Snipe. I have mixed things between Maniac, Japanese, and Radiant Dawn. Pedantic differences are extremely important. They justify my long-winded arguments. See, you get me. You get me. If nobody's got me, the Mad Wobbler's got me. Okay, we Chain Hook Wisp. Then we trade the Spirit Slayer and shove. Alright, you got this? Oh my god! Well, I guess that means Sorbet can win. Oh my god! Sorbet! I think we just fucking lose now. I mean, it's a turn wheel, right? But like, god. The 1RN moments, they finally caught up to me. We failed to crit, and then we failed to hit. I think Sorbet's, because like Sorbet, so both forms have to die, right? But I think what happens is the Dancer kills one form, and then the other guy who's alive kills the other form, right? Or no, I think the other form's full HP, right? So I have suffered strenuous punishment. My constant companion, you must take my place. So, okay, does the Dancer kill this form? Oh, you're doubled, aren't you? No? Okay. 23, okay, we're fine. I mean, not fine, like, this is a bad situation to be in.
Okay, please fucking crit for the love of God. Thank you, Big Bird. I wouldn't change anything. Was it merely all delusions? Alright, can we get you there for Remedy? I think we can get you in Remedy range. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're like literally 1 point short. Okay, oh, okay. Leyline? Freeze you! How is Big Bird's speed growth? 30%, it's pretty bad. Now we remedy Sorbet. Okay. Chain of Caligo. The idea is fixing speed with water magic, but Danny doesn't have any water magic. The fucking up rescue moment. We ended up in the same situation. Alright, telescope and please like crit or something. We're 1 point shy of the boost! I think we have to turn wheel here. Caligo, you're a worthless piece of shit! Alright, Caligo kills here. Freeze you. Okay, we've remedied Sorbet. And now Sorbet has higher HP than the Dancer. The hit rates moment! The hit rates moment! Go for the crit! God fucking damn it! Okay, Sorbet gets the kill. I couldn't change anything. Was it merely all delusions? Hit rates more like shit rates, am I right? You are right. You are right. Okay, you have Dastaba, so we gotta be careful of you. We can kill you. Yeah, Loserface is gonna try to kill me with the rapier, but like, Loserface, right? Get some mana cubes. Alright. Now there's this situation. Alright, we ship Ballista you. Son of a fucking bitch! Bill hook you. John fucking save us. Doesn't Thoron do more damage than Thunder? Yes, but its accuracy was worse. No! No! Escape on top! I was trying to attack! Alright. Fucking brutal talent go. Okay, there we go, there we go, there we go, there we go. Okay, now you can tornado here. Everything's 100% accurate if you don't miss. I wish my army had learned that lesson. There we go. The timeline's been fixed. Dastaba is a funny name. It is, it is, it is. Okay, so that's that. Heavy Ballista the horse. With that guy frozen, Caligo can actually go here. Yeah, you don't reach. It's just this loser. Can he use the Badoo? He cannot use the Badoo. So, Caligo killed the Pegasus. Get the mana cubes. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so we do have to go here, so we actually fight him. Get the Flux Alpha. Vulnerary up. All right, you. Okay. We got this shit. Da Stabba. Da Riva. Da Nuttin. Da Stabba. Da Silva. Da Killa. S-rank axes now. Nice, nice. Okay. Away with you! You're hardly worthy of my blade. As if. You're not worthy of mine. You're still using Igo? Hell yeah! Librarian Gaming. Unhand me! I am Airtail's Aaron. A good sum will be paid for my return. Let him go. He'll be more useful to us alive than dead. I won't forget this. I'll see your family flayed. One experience. He's truly not worth it. Okay, we've remedy you. And now Sorbet can actually start killing people again. Brutal Talon you. Ooh, another Trident. John Fire Emblem's gonna love that. That's his only Trident. Right, I was confusing it with Pitchfork. Alright, so what we do is Crocodilio. Heavy Ballista U. So the horses are dead.
And then we can kill you with Kalugo. Scrub Lord. Fucking Elliewood archetype. I thought Nerisa's base class was considered an advanced class. So did I. Chat had to tell me I was wrong. If it makes you feel better, like we made the exact same mistake.
That's Roy.
Roy hate in the year of our Lord 2025. You hate to see it. It's still like, it blows my mind that people will in the same breath be like, Roy is the worst unit in the entire universe. Also, I think Pact of Radiance Ike is super good. You go here. At least Ike has the funny sword. Ike has the funny sword for less of the game than Roy does. Like, people cope like, Ragnell, it powers you up for the last 2 chapters of the game! But then we'll also, you know, in the same breath, you can't actually say anything good about the Binding Blade because Roy only actually has that for 3 chapters? Well, technically 4, but we don't count the final map. Yo, I love Ike because he gives 5 avoid from his support! Roy's actually bad because 15 hit is not actually all that valuable. Sorry, 10 hit. I think it's 10 per level, right? Ragnall has the same availability as Renault! No, Renault has 3 chapters of availability if we count the Fire Dragon. Although I guess if we count the Black Knight duel, it is a Renault archetype! The Ragnall is a Renault archetype. We've solved the puzzle, chat. The perception of Roy is worse because Binding Blade is a harder game. Yeah, I mean, that's what it is. But also, doesn't free accurate Chipbot, who offers a very valuable support bonus, sound like the sort of thing that would be more useful in a difficult game? Then, like, even if we buy into the Ike propaganda, the people pretending that, like, the 5 hit and avoid that he offers per support level is actually super useful. And to be clear, I do not think 5 hit and avoid is useful in any game, but especially not in Path of Radiance, right? If we buy that propaganda, right, we say like, oh, this is a thing. Wouldn't also getting a super good support bonus, also having, you know, an endgame glow up, and also having accurate chip damage, because both of them do have accurate chip damage, right, is the other thing that they do, be more useful in the harder game, right? Like, people complain about Binding Blade accuracy, but then look at the guy who has 100 hit personal weapon and is like, nah, he's bad. How many turns do we have? We have 2 turns left for this escape. Okay. Let's see if this works, and if it doesn't, we can use our last turn wheel.
But the rest of you we should just start escaping with, right? Also, I hope nobody is offended by me giving the Roy haters the voice that sounds like this. But also, like, I do it's the silly person voice, right? And the the anti-Roy arguments are quite silly. Can you actually kill anyone right now? No, but we can change that. At least the Ike promotion is not tied to the swords you get at the end of... Oh, no. He promotes. But, like, promoted Ike is not actually good, right? Like, he's still shitty sword-locked infantry. The glow-up is the swords you get at the end of the game. The glow-up is Ragnell. Sometimes I forget that Ike actually promotes early because of how unimpactful the promotion is. Promoted Ike is basically Ragnell. That's how I feel, right? That's how I feel. I need to play through 5v6, but with QLL patches. I remember hating the game. It's certainly not for everyone. Like, it is a Fire Emblem experience that is not for everyone, right? But that's okay, because not every game needs to be for everyone. Part of the sort of the beauty of Fire Emblem constantly reinventing itself is that if a game isn't for you, just wait till the next release, right? You didn't like Three Houses? Well, Engage throws out all that stuff. You didn't like Engage? Fortune's Weave is probably also gonna... Kalugo! Clown behavior. Y'all, your goat is washed, y'all. Your goat is washed. It does lead to this, like, unfortunate situation where sometimes what'll happen is, like... Because usually it goes in cycles of 2, right? Like, we had, well, 2 or 3, I guess. Game Boy Advance games, there's 3 of them that all have very similar stuff. The Tellius games, there's 2 of them that all have very similar stuff. We had Awakening, and then Fates had very similar stuff. And they'll iterate and improve it, right? Like, for the most part, I think most people would agree that, like, the Fates pair-up system, even if there's some advantages to the Awakening one, the Fates pair-up system is more, like, fleshed out and whatnot. And so you do run into this situation where, like, once they've finally explored and, like, perfected an idea, they abandon it, which can be kind of a bummer. Like, you know, I would love to see the Fates mechanics in a game that doesn't tell you it's okay to fuck your 12-year-old sister. But on the other hand, it means that anyone who, like, really doesn't like pair up will just skip Fates and Awakening, play SOV, right? You don't like every map being a route map? Skip SOV. You know, go to Three Houses. That's kill boss. You don't like the rescue drop system? Well, just don't touch GB8, right? I'll bury your bodies in Yalmazar's field, just like the hundreds who came before. Okay, we Crocodile you. And then you've... Why no extra action? Oh, it's because Crocodile broke. Hold on.
That doesn't count as a turn wheel because it was figuring out the mechanics.
You are... Oh, no! Just shy. Okay, we can Windsword you. Gale Force for the extra action. Jubaji. Now I can never make amends. And for what? Fire Emblem feels like Build-A-Bear, or you have a straight and narrow class path. I mean, is that like just a reclass bad moment? I'll be honest, like, as someone who doesn't really care for like the infinite reclass in 3 houses, your discretion was 18 out of 33. Wow, we get a war crime score. They're surely feeling the impact of our surprise attack. This has been a success. Success feels like little consolation. We can make things better after the war ends, Pong. Captain, I've been doing some investigation. There's something I want to report. There's something shifty I want to report. Time so perilous? What is it? It's that betrayer guy. He's up to no good. I see him sneaking around the place, planning something. Have you found evidence of his wrongdoing? I haven't found anything definite, but with little more time. Could it be that your assumptions have something to do with his name? He is shifty, though. People can't choose what they're called or how they're labeled. I know this well. Take care that you don't have your assumptions of others suggest a self-imposed deception. Alright. Why do you still linger? Are you having second thoughts now? I know the plan was to abandon Jaziel's men to cover our escape. But there's good people out there, giving their lives to the Crescent. To merely leave them to die is pure cravenness. Shall be your doom if you deviate from the plan. My path is clear.
What's the plan, boss? I think she's right. We gotta go.
Allow me a moment to think. Our cannons barely reach or scratch their flying fortress. The skills and equipment of our elites far outstrip even our own. I have no wish to be a deserter, but we're simply outmatched.
Boss, let's go. I think Jaziel's already done for.
There's nothing more we can do. Alright, man, listen up. We're all... What are you doing? We must get back there and fight. Your Highness, it's hopeless. I spent my youth fleeing the mainland, fleeing my folly. No more. This is my domain. I refuse to flee any longer.
You must see reason. What can we do against death from the skies?
Gleigdalians, stand with me. It's an honor to die here, for this land which we call home.
We slew the wicked prince. We've come to...
The finest coconut rum, the finest pearly beaches, the finest view of the forest that will grind us all to dust. Be sure to hurry up and visit before this place gets obliterated. With how drunk the town guards are, I'd give this place 5 years at most. Basil's Guide to the Cerulean Crescent. Oh, Oriana time. We back to the Oriana time. Are you all who's left? Where's the mayor?
Dead as of an hour ago.
It's quite the situation. Can we hold this position? A good defensible position is on high ground, with few exits. Our current position has neither of those advantages.
Town does not contain much better place to defend from. It's pretty open.
You'd think building a town next to the devouring woods that have thought about this.
Our ancestors didn't have the most foresight.
A last resort would be to take the children and flee. We can fall, but they must not. Not an unreasonable proposition, given the approaching hordes. But we'd be leaving too many behind.
I shall not run from my own home.
Captain,
Tower, you're both renowned Seahawks. You must be able to bring us victory.
They're not from Ellenhurst. To demand another risk death is... It is our duty as adventurers to protect this land and all its people. How can I call myself one if I was to flee? We shall stand with you.
Thank you, Captain. God us bless you with victory.
Your Honor, name adventures on the Crescent. If you'd agreed to run, I'd think you were taken by an evil spirit. Of course, protecting the undefended is the bare minimum of human decency. Yet we've seen so many capable warriors fleeing on our way here. If we all thought that way, we'd have retaken the coast years ago. Indeed, if we were unified, this wouldn't... Wonder if we'd be better off once Ellery succeeds on her not-so-subtle goal. If I recall correctly, you were the one berating her for pursuing her own agenda. I know, but there's only so much we've been able to do as adventurers. If Verinde wasn't also beset by an invasion, I'm sure she could simply rally all her allies and troops to crush this horde. Even if that unity is brought about by unscrupulous practices. I won't deny that she's unclean dealings, but she has her boundaries. A word under Her Highness Queen Ellery might have some advantages, but I'm sure you remember the oppressive nature of the mainland. Those men hanged for shooting deer did not get the benefit of centralized rule. Those cruel despots are not Ellery. Not now, but in a few decades? A century if her bloodline was to hold the whole crescent? What matters now is not the hypothetical future. This is a pointless discussion. We're not in a position to be doing anything about it. You're right. On the other hand, we are in a position to save this town. Let's go to preparing our defense. We can only do so much preparation, being on low ground with 5 entrances. That is to say practically nothing. Pretending to do something might assuage the fear of the others. I was hoping for a nice dinner with the local chef, but it looks like that's not happening. So this is one of those monster attacks. The Green Tide. Though further south than it usually hits. Has it been expanding? This ain't the Crescent if it ain't getting worse. Another threat we will need to overcome in due time. For now, let's give these poor souls the full aid of House Heron. Just like old times. But I'm actually being paid to do this. Basil's my favorite poi. There's a new Lazarus patch. Oh, Pokemon Lazarus? Nice, nice. So is this a defend map? Defend / uproot. We got a lot of trees. And those are the ones with skills. Should do a poll to see if there's going to be any more gameplay this stream. I'm actually about to end the stream and start working on dinner, but... Oh, we have a water tome here. Oh, I think I have that. I think I have that in the convoy, don't I? Yeah, so I could give that to the Zerker. Nerisa's best item. Yeah, because it gives her an actual magic stat. I didn't even think of... Y'all... There's so much in this game, I just haven't thought of it all! There's so much things is... 4 extra staff range is pretty awesome. Let's, Oh, that's pretty cool. Let's just put you at the bottom right. Oh, and playable Maurice. Should have killed him, but I need all the help I can get. I unsubtly hope I wanted to fulfill my end of the deal. So he has his blade beam. You have no skills, Shirsi. Delicoy, marzipan, and tapado. I know marzipan is a food. Yeah, a lot going on. I guess we'll figure it out next time. This looks like a pretty cool defense map, though. Licorice. Are they all foods, I guess? Y'all have a good one.